Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rites of War podcast. I'm the Miniatures Apothecary.
And I'm Moritz.
And I'm the legendary Foxy DM.
Well, thank you everyone for coming back to watch and listen to another one of these podcasts. We're going to start with the hobby roundup. What's everyone been working on at the moment? I see Ultramarines.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
I can start. Well, I haven't done anything on these Ultramarines since last time, so now it's due. But we are kicking off a Heresy event this weekend, or upcoming weekend. So that's what I've been doing. Planning, booking hotels, and making sure there's tables enough and missions and all that.
Yeah.
So that's...
Jealous.
Oh, sorry, not sorry.
I want to go to a Heresy event.
Yeah, so it's a standard 2K, no Lords of War, and trying to have fun is the most where you will put your focus. Fluffy armies and fun games.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Aaron, have you managed to get anything done yet, other than like planning?
Organizing. I am trying to condense some of my hobby space. Is part of my design because I gotta plan it out for such a big project coming up. So I gotta work on my hobby space because I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get my entire gaming setup and then a hobby space and then somehow do an airbrush in here. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh dear. I feel like normally Mort's the most gets the most done. Like he's the most productive out of us on the Heresy front, like model wise stuff. I feel like it's me for a change. This is surreal. This is weird.
It'll happen one time.
Yeah, this is the one time.
Or as we used to say in Sweden, even a blind chicken can find a corn in the field.
Yeah, that's the one. We're working on the Mastodon. I'm currently working on the Spartan. I got Rand finished. I got Soltarvitz done.
Now you're bragging, you know.
I am bragging. Too right, I am. I've got more. I'm more productive than Mort at the moment. Too right, I'm bragging. But we all know why there's been a boost to Heresy, don't we?
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
There's something that is currently out on YouTube, I think.
It is out
There's
on YouTube.
something brewing.
It is out on YouTube. And to be fair, there's a lot of people are going to be going like, oh God, not this again. But you know what? We don't care. We're going to talk about it. Because it's awesome.
Damn right it's awesome. Like, heck, I mean, me and Apothecary stayed up so late. In his case, 4 a.m. I was up till midnight. You know, we both had to be up at a couple hours. We're like, oh my God, we must watch this. It must be. Yep. It must happen.
Yeah.
Mort was dead. Yeah, you fell asleep, didn't you?
I tried, but half an hour in, I just passed out.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Okay, what to say? The first impressions?
First
Holy
impressions.
Sweet baby Jesus. That was amazing.
Yeah. I think that. No comment. Mort just summed it up. There we go.
I mean, Best Legion showed up. I mean, I'm biased in this, but I mean, oh, it was so great. It was so great. And they just released a video today where it's just literally everything without the dialogue, just all the gritty stuff. But I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I got Beaky arm, I got Horus, I got vehicles. How can I argue with anything, you know?
Can't be upset at any of that, can you? It was, yeah. That was. I think I nearly slid off my chair.
Okay.
I rewatched the watch along that I did, and I was sliding off my chair. I was like, oh, pulling some right faces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was an amazing display of what they can do.
Oh yeah.
And what they're showing is what they're going to give us. There is no point because they know that people in the hobby will scrutinize the video frame by frame just to find something new to talk about.
Yep. And they did. I mean, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They have done. They still are doing. And
yeah. Also, like such a contrast from the original Forge World premieres where they had like Isvan, where it was just the diorama. Instead, they're going this animation route, which I'm just like, that's.
See, I loved. I see. As much as I loved this animation, I really liked those. Like the Istvan, and I really liked them. They were quite cool when they did them. But it's a nice contrast, isn't it?
And also it's a test of times, because if you don't change your traditions, you're ultimately gonna just disappear into not being modern, or the call of the day, so to speak. Because I mean, the younger audience, they want YouTube videos, they want animations, they know what can be done, or they see what other contribute to this. So it's just standing in a test of times to doing this.
Yeah, it's the whole you've got to move with the times sort of thing, isn't it?
Because now everyone wants a video battle report compared to when we were reading White Wars and just drooling over pictures of squares moving.
Yeah,
and a few battle picks.
Yeah, we never really got like the preview. It was just like, here's an army, here you go. Like I remember when Tau came out, it's just like, here you go. It's just like, what's this?
Yeah, bunch of pictures, a little bit of a blurb, bit of story down the side of the white dwarf, the page, and that were it.
Yeah, so this is amazing. I mean, we see a new tank.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you want to take the lead on that?
Oh my god. Okay, so we have a Sakuran with a battle cannon on it. Like, what else do I want in life? That. It's just... it's just so gorgeous. Like, you saw so many of them. And it's just... You know you're getting a plastic Sakuran. Like, we had the Forge World last chance to buy. So we're going to get a Sakuran, probably with some loadout, and a battle cannon. Like, yeah, sign me the hell up. Like, right now.
Well, we hope that's what we're getting. Let's face it.
I don't know. I'll buy like 6 of them. What are you talking about? Like,
hey, I'm not going to say if they come out in plastic, I'm not going to buy 6. What I'm saying is, we don't know what's going on with the Forge World stuff yet. We don't. I know it says last chance to buy, but we've had this before where it's been last chance to buy, and it's been, they've come out new boxes.
Yeah.
But
the timing.
But the timing, the timing is no. You can't dispute the timing.
Yeah, like let me sip my Kool-Aid,
Oh no, dude, I'm right there with the Kool-Aid. I'm totally with you. Like there's stuff that I'd love to see happen, and I just don't want to be disappointed. Like I have to keep some sort of skepticism to one side just in case.
Yeah, that's because you've done this for a long time. Everyone has a piece of skepticism when it comes to GW and what you're expecting and what they're putting out. But they would not put in a battle cannon Sakuran in that video. That was my point. They wouldn't do it if it wasn't coming. Then if it's resin or plastic, that's not clear yet. If it's going to be a Forge World or Games Workshop or how they're going to do business from here on.
I mean, there was quite a few I'm not going to mention anyone in particular because there were so many different people did so many breakdowns, but there were a couple of people broke down the size comparison because in one of the scenes, this new tank was quite close to a Land Raider and was similar size. So then the discussion went, well, is it a Sakuran chassis? Because a Sakuran is obviously smaller than a Land Raider, but then someone pointed out obviously that animations themselves they don't always follow the size the sizing, which that makes sense as well.
Otherwise, it would be hard for a Marine to step out of a Rhino. Actually,
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
well, the Sakuran is like about that size. Like I'll just post in our Marvel like an old picture of my early Luna Wolves, but no, it's pretty comparable. Is the
Yeah, it's a big, it's a sizable vehicle, but it's not bigger. Like there were certain dimensions on this other tank that were quite possibly made it bigger than a Land Raider. And there's certain smaller like details that stand it out from the Sakuran chassis, whereas there's other bits that look similar to sort of like heavier tanks like Land Raiders anyway.
Okay.
But it's been interesting to see like people's responses to it, and like even like the breakdowns people have been doing are absolutely been brilliant. Like they've been really enjoyable to engage with.
Yeah. But anyway, that's one thing. What else do we have coming up?
Mark
Beakies,
Beakies for days.
Beaky boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things.
Beakies.
I love Beaky armor.
And a really chunky new character.
2 of them.
Well, 2 of them. We haven't seen the other one. We've just seen the epic moustache.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say on that is that there better be a helmetless option, and that epic moustache best be there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
I want to see the epic moustache.
I can agree, although not my cup of tea, but I'll agree. But then again, Beakies, that's also quite interesting because Mark 6 is I mean, it was the most rare armor mark, wasn't it?
It used to be pretty rare.
Yeah. But I mean, see, I remember like when I first started out in 3rd edition, there was like odd bits of artwork to do with the Heresy, and it was always Beakies.
Yeah, that's because I also think that the first Space Marines, the RBG or RT-01, were just Beakies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like I
always remember Beakies in like earlier Heresy artwork.
Well, I don't mind.
I don't mind.
And the same with the big cry outs about scale.
Oh,
I don't mind.
See, now someone sent me a video via Instagram. Someone had tried to do a size comparison digitally. It looked quite accurate, actually. I don't think the size scale, the upscale of it, I don't think it's actually as bad as people think it's going to be, to be honest.
No. If you look,
I mean, they could be wrong because it's digital. It's they've done it digitally, but
yeah, but if you look at what they're called, the Blood Angels, the Crimson Hunters, or whatever they're called, they are bigger. Yeah. And I have not heard a single complaint from Blood Angels. Yeah.
I wonder why.
No, but that's the way it is. We're gonna get different models. We're gonna get better prints or casts or whatever they're gonna be in the future, and the size is gonna differ. I mean, if you look at, for example, the RT-01s and the ones that were metal with plastic arms that you could get back in the day, I don't know. Yeah. 2nd, 3rd edition, like the battle box. I have a few of those, and they're quite tiny compared to the plastic Heresy from Calth and Burning of Prospero. So sizes are gonna differ throughout the years. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah, like I still have all my old rhinos, and I still run them alongside like the Mars pattern and even the Dominoes, and it's, you see the difference, but who cares? Like really.
Well, I can see if you are a diorama maker and you want everything to be as accurate as possible, but hey, I play the game.
But how many diorama just people do you know that are solely in the hobby just to make dioramas?
0.
I know a few.
Yeah.
Myself.
I think I might know one, but that's about it. I spoke to him recently, and he didn't even. Yeah, he's not even batted an eyelid.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, there's a little scale creep. Whoop.
Yeah, and if you're so concerned, don't buy the new models.
Yeah, don't buy them. Yeah, but we said that all along. Like the same principle goes for people that complain about certain patterns of tank. You know, if you don't like it, go away, go somewhere else.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Like for me, I love the legacy of my army. It's just it has everything. Like, you know, it's got the old, you know, tanks I grew up with, and when I started my hobby, and you know, it's got, you know, your mid tier, and it's got Forge World. Like, it's got everything. And look, for me, it looks gorgeous. The diversity of it, and like I come from a historical wargaming, and you did see these kind of diversity and like some historical stuff. Like, it wasn't always uniform. Is the thing.
Yeah, and to be honest, also, it's not cheap to change out if you have 5 rhinos and you just like, I want to have only demios.
Yeah.
That's not going to be cheap. So that's that part also. Where do you want to put your money?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like,
Speaking of Demos, and you know, we've already mentioned the Sakuran. So obviously we've got all this stuff that's gone up for last chance to buy, and it's not just the Sakuran and the Demos.
No, it's the black books.
We've got the Leviathan, the books, Leviathan, Contemptor,
yeah,
all the weapon arms.
Oh, exciting times.
Yeah, the Democles is also going out.
Is it?
Yep, Democles command vehicle. Yeah, I just pulled it up. Let's see, we got some characters that have gone up from the Babor, but yeah, it's all your Contemptor bits. And you got your Leviathan. Like, those are big. Those are some.
The Leviathan has me. I mean, all of it, to be honest, has me sort of excited and a little bit anxious at the same time. But Leviathan?
But they did promise us a Leviathan from each legion, right?
Yeah.
Could it be that
did.
Leviathan General are getting out the window because they are planning to continue the Legion-specific Leviathan?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but I also remember like reading in the article they were talking about how, and they talked about it a little bit, like a little piece, that like all your main, like your things that are common between every legion is going to be more plastic, and then it's your specialty stuff. So like I see Forge World doing the specialty, like Sons of Horus Leviathan, but we might get a plastic one.
Oh my god.
If we got a plastic Leviathan. Oh, yes.
Yeah, like my prediction is this is my prediction. I don't know if I'm right, but like this is just me interfering from like both the live, the article, and just like an educated guess. It's just like, so they're gonna phase out a lot of the old just stuff in bulk. So like, you know, our rhinos, our Sakuran, our Spartans, you know, our Leviathans, and then we just get all our specialty stuff in Forge World. So like, I think one day we'll see our breachers, we'll see our assault marines, we'll see some bikes.
Don't tease me. Don't tease.
But
Yeah, but they're gonna do it in sections. You know what I mean? They're gonna do it in sections.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they'll do it in waves, if anything, surely.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, I don't know. They do a plastic Sakuran, then I know I got to buy more. They do plastic Spartans, well then I'm going to buy more, so they could run across my 2 other versions of Spartans that I got. You know.
Yep. You know the day that breaches go up for like last chance to buy, you're just going to get me on the other end of the camera like squealing like in excitement.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I
Like, I'm not gonna lie, boys, I'm taking out a mortgage.
No, but it's. I mean, if they do that, it becomes more accessible. It's nice. We can get
Yeah.
more players to get more than just plastic tacticals. That would be great.
yeah.
Yeah, I've already tried to. I've already been like attempting to get in touch with people locally to see who's going to be getting on board, like who's going to be wanting to try it out.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm on through three legions now. So it's like I've got 3 different legions people can try out, or have some games, and yeah, I've been on it. Like, more people getting involved, the better.
Yeah. Like I know my local store that I go to because I run some narrative stuff for regular 40k. He literally told me straight up is like if they come in plastic, he knows he's gonna have so many people buying Plastic Heresy in bulk, and he's giving full support if it goes like mainstream. Like that's big. It's bloody big.
Yeah, especially for outside of EU. I mean, the American and the Canadians you pay a lot, and Australian and New Zealanders pays with organs as well.
Oh yeah, I
I love how you put that. They pay organs.
they do.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing
Yeah.
that. I am well aware. It's just the way he said
Yeah,
it.
like I
Yeah.
think talking to some of my Australia mates, like literally Forge World is the exact same price as the regular Games Workshop, so like that's why they just do Heresy because it's just like, well, it's the same price. I already gave away my first kid. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So what are our hopes then? Let's have a bit of a. Shall we have a wish list, lads? Shall we have a what's that one thing you'd like to see go plastic?
That one thing. I only get one thing.
Just one. You're no.
Yeah, go on. I'm going to be evil. I'm going to make you pick.
I want assault marines.
Okay, good shout. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my pick too, because like, I just want those, because I want them. I want them so bad because they're so expensive in game. It's just like I can't really even justify the cost because it's just like it doesn't transfer, but they look bloody cool, man. Oh, you know what? I got actually something better. Plastic jet bikes.
Ooh.
Yep.
There we go. There's just noises coming from Motiska. Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, those are really expensive, and the
Yeah.
white scars, for example, are hurting pretty bad on the fan base or players just because it's so darn expensive.
Yeah.
And you can keep on with outriders and as well, really expensive units for the points and the bang they come with.
Yeah, like it would be nice to see like plastic dread claws would be nice.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Plastic javelins would be nice.
See, plastic javelins, I could see. I could actually see that happening. Just because, like, the size of them and stuff, like the way they're built.
Yeah.
Like, I could see that happening. Dreadclaw.
And just for the record, everyone needs 2 javelins.
Well, no,
Mort has a thing about javelins.
you need 3, so you have the full squadron. You know.
Yeah, but as we are playing now, squadrons, not so good because you transfer wounds. So
True.
Yeah. Do you think that's going to change in this new edition, though? Do you think that's
I
going to?
don't know. The rules are sketchy, and I mean we have a lot of leaks, which I don't even care to comment on because it's just said leaks. It could be a guy's wish list for what I know.
True.
Yeah. No. Very rarely will I comment on leaks. So I don't.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work that goes into some of this stuff, and it kind of gets spoiled. with leaks. I mean, I'm an impatient person, and I get it. There's some people out there that are probably a heck of a lot more impatient than I am, but yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I just don't.
But of course, I mean, everyone reads them and thinks, "Oh, if this comes, it's going to be great. If this comes, it's not going to be great." So why be excited or upset for something you don't even know if it's gonna make ends meet in the rules? So just wait and see, boys. It's gonna come sooner or later.
Yeah,
we know it's happening. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
That's the thing now, isn't it? It's like we're all sat around on tenterhooks going, but when?
Yeah.
And I mean, if you've been in with the games for a long time, you know, when you were playing fantasy or 40k, you had to wait a long time for some of those codexes or army books, for example, Bertone.
He has to get that in there, doesn't he?
I just had to. But anyways, I mean, people are used to waiting, and I think the new generation are not. If you look at the 40k, it's just ridiculous with the speed of new stuff coming out.
Yeah, I mean, even as a Marine player, like particularly the Marine side of things, it's just like it seems like every other week, it's a Marine release, and it's kind of like, can we have a break now? Like, can you slow down a little bit?
Yeah, like it's. I don't know. It's kind of a weird release schedule because like normally you're so used to it taking forever, but then like some things are just coming out so quick, and then just other things are just like
Yeah. I get that. It has that feel though, doesn't it? It's like all or nothing.
Yeah, I just hope like the new edition, because like when I started the Heresy, like it was early, like we didn't have all the rules for the Legion, so you felt bad for some. I just hope at release, whatever book that they do, we get a new like red book equivalent with all the legions in it, with all our Marine rules.
Yeah, no, that'd probably be. I mean, even if we got something similar to like what they did for 40k with the indexes. Even something similar to that would be, preferable to only some people getting stuff and others getting nothing.
Yeah, because like if we have all legions at launch, it's going to be great. But like I remember when I started, like we had, I think I got into like book 2, so like I had Sons of Horus, World Eaters, Emperor's Children, Salamanders. I'm trying to remember all the ones that came out in book 2. But Raven Guard. Yeah, no, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But
it didn't feel like enough, particularly if you didn't collect or weren't interested in one of those particular legions. Let's face it.
Right. And then I for once I felt bad for Dark Angels, who literally got theirs like last.
Yeah. I mean, at the time when Book 2 came out, I was just focusing primarily on Space Wolves. So, like, Book 2 came out, it was like, yep, there's not much in there for me.
Yeah, but I think they have learned. I hope they have learned, because an index thing, it's been a flop for like the 2 latest editions. Just like, don't do indexes. Take your time.
Yeah.
Do it proper.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
I would definitely. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I see the point in indexes, and they were helpful to some degree, and they did do the job again to some degree. But I kind of think that this new edition, it should realistically, they need to be all the legions.
Yeah.
Because it's not like with 40k. It's they're not going to add a new chapter in anytime soon, are they?
Nope.
All the legions currently have all their rules out. So I kind of feel like there needs to be something more than just here you go. Here's the rules. Here's the new models, and then here's 3 Legion's rules, but no one else gets any for 6 months.
Well, yeah, because like the original book, Book 1 Betrayal, came out in 2012. The last book came out in 2020. So 8 years waiting on Legion rules. Let's just not have that.
Yeah, let's just not have that.
And I think if they are doing plasticing, getting it at least a bit more mainstream, they are not going to do that again. That would be bad business.
Yep.
That'd be a bad decision. Yeah. I can agree with that. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Sticky fingers. Sorry.
Yeah, and if I can talk about hopes for the rules, I hope they I hope they have done a good how do you say, kill your darlings. If you look at what's working and not working. So I hope that will be more balanced this time.
Yeah. Because there was power creep. Like as they went on, like I don't know. I had no problems, but I know some people, like some Emperor's Children, were having some issue, say fighting against Dark Angels or even Space Wolves later on. So like just a good balance. Like I mean, it's Marine on Marine, so for 90% of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you always have the option. Like, I hope they will continue with these not White Dwarf, but Warhammer Community.
The exemplary.
Yeah, the exemplary battles and some units that's unique, but not extremely.
You don't need to buy a whole new. You don't need to buy a whole new kit for.
Yeah, those are really cool. Like the last one that came out, I think it was Emperor's Children, the Sun Killer.
Sun Killer.
Yeah. What? And if I didn't read the FAQ version of it, but like, wasn't it at one point like one of them is a 20-man last cannon squad?
Yes.
Like.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's just gorgeous. It is just like, how can I sink 1,000 points in one unit? Oh, that unit. Great, cool. I would do it. I mean, I run a 10-man veteran squad with all power weapons, and just it'll never get its point back, but it's cool.
Yeah, I've enjoyed them. I really want to get hold of some Cataphracti to do
the really, really grumpy Iron Warrior.
Yeah, I want to do the grumpy Iron Warriors.
I mean, that's just beautiful. They're not better than anyone. They're just bloody grumpy.
Yeah, and they're so specific. It's just like, oh, you're a robot. I'm really grumpy against you. Smack. And what? You can only have one unit of them, or I forget.
Yeah, you can only have. Yeah, I think there's only one unit. If there's, I've forgotten the core, the cybernetic core. Thingy circle.
Inner circle.
Thank you. If they're on that, you can't take them if you've got them on the table.
Oh yeah, the iron circle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Couldn't remember the name. I literally just like brain just disappeared.
Because
then.
Those are competition of Perturabo's hugs and kisses.
Yeah, exactly. I could totally see some of them being in my army.
Yeah.
Just really grumpy boys.
Yeah, but like stuff like that, it's just neat little fluff units, and it's like it's not competitive. It's just like, oh, that's cool. Like you can make some really cool stories, I think, like narrative wise, of like which is big.
Yeah. And hopefully with if you're, I think that we don't see much those whatever takes it wins lists, and that's just the great part of the community, that you can take that veteran unit and everyone thinks it's cool, but everyone knows it's not going to make back its points, but that doesn't matter.
No, it's rule of cool, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that Iron Warrior and Terminator unit's not bad. Cataphracti, up to 10 men. They come with Thunder Hammers as standard. Combi weapon, combi bolters, and then every 5 men you got an auto cannon, Reaper auto cannon, multi melter, or heavy flamer, and any of them can take a chain fist. That's not too bad.
Yeah,
I've heard of worse units.
it's also cool they can take multi-meltas because that's only been like a Sons of Horus Terminator unit.
Yeah.
So that's good reason to have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could say on my Sons of Horus Janissaries, like even with the one that I have, oh my god, it's the little hidden surprise. It's just like, what do you mean it has a multi-melta?
Also, what? 2 wounds? Oh.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's going to be really exciting to see what they do with the rules and how it's going to affect the meta and what people are playing. And if I can wish something from the community, do not spam. That's the worst thing in my book. Just spamming the best unit.
Yeah. I just want to see just like more options. Like I know for like my Luna Bulls, I spam, but they're not the best units. But it's just the bulk of it, right? So like I'm hoping that the meta change, like I'll want to run some different units, instead of just my normal tactical spam and predators spam. So that's my hope.
Well,
Because that's pretty much your go-to, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 6 predators, like 40 to 50 tactical marines, and yeah, I'm having a good time.
I'm hopefully optimistic. If can put it in any way, I'm hopefully optimistic.
and we're going to see a lot of changes. I mean, probably changes in Rites of War, changes in loadouts, compositions, and so forth. Which is, I mean, it's a great thing for Dark Angels, for example, who had the most ridiculous Rites of War ever. I know we're not going to talk about Dark Angels now, but that's just, I mean, 4 out of 5 is rather unplayable.
Yeah. So so like a good balance. Good balance.
Yeah, that would be great.
Also, I just like, even though we have like one of the largest rosters, like I think any army list, just by scale. I also hope we just see like more unique, like just more different regular troop choices instead of the Rite of War, like just different variants of tacticals, assault, breachers, and whatnot. Because like, I think we only have 5, and then I think 2 of them are support squads. So
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
yeah, unless you take a Rite of War, which is like your bikes and some other stuff.
See, I don't know, I mean, I'm looking forward to obviously it's the first time in a while that I've looked forward to any amount of change.
Yeah, because you've stayed in the Heresy because of its consistency compared to 40k, where it just like took 8th edition and then 9th edition, just like smack. You hardly painted any models in between.
Yeah. To be fair, everything I heard about 8th edition, I'm kind of glad it kind of flew by me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see 8th. I bought indexes and a couple of other bits, and then that was it. I was like, nah, I didn't see anything else.
And at the same time, they have to be a little bit careful because Heresy players are accustomed to quite high quality in the black books.
Yeah.
And they're not prone to, if they're going to do that pricing, and they're going to shift, like after a year, you have to buy new books once every half year. I think people will be quite upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you there.
Yeah, because
I mean, most of us that play 40k are quite upset with that anyway. So, yeah, having to then do it for another system would be frustrating.
Yeah, because like for the longest time, I just needed $3, unless I was running like a campaign or some narrative thing. And then they came out with New Legion, so you grabbed one. So you had maybe $4, or still 3 because you only needed your Legion rolls. But I ran that, and then they updated it. So then I got my rulebook, and then I got my 2 Legion books, and I was good to go. Like, and that's literally over the course of 10 years, really. $6 for what I need on a regular basis. That's not bad, having to buy 6 books compared to like, I don't know. I think I've bought already like 4 or 5 for 9th edition.
Yeah, and I think the money making should be in the models and quality rules, not spamming rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have a good base, so to speak. And then you can kind of do some like little tweaks. Like, again, these exemplary battles have been so just cool. It's like, here's a new unit. Just here's some little extra rules, so you can just change up a little bit.
Yeah, that Cataphractor unit you've got, give him Thunderhammers. There you go. Bob's your uncle. You've got a cool named unit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's doing the same thing as well. I mean, look at some like the Ultramarine ones as well. The Destroyer unit that was in that exemplary battle.
Oh, that was cool. That
was really cool.
Yeah,
that one almost made me want to do Ultramarines.
We'll get you one day.
They'll get me one day.
That's
never.
That's another thing. I just love the heresy. Yeah. There's just a reason to play everyone, even those word bearers that I'd probably just do in bulk and send into gunlines because I'm not a big word bearers fan, but they do have some cool stuff.
Yep.
I keep looking at going back and looking over the different legions and like going, ooh, that's really cool. And then I come to other ones like the word bearers, and I look at them and I go, no, just no.
Oh, but they got such a cool the Margal Tainted Dreadnought. It is such a cool minute.
Oh yeah,
the Gulliver back. Like, oh, those are cool, man.
Yeah, but playing with them is another different thing. I mean, the Margahal, when you're playing a demon-infested army and he just destroys demons, it's like, why? Why on earth?
Why? Leave me alone.
It's like the big bully that bullies everyone.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I can understand that you want to like have a cool ruler around him, but that's just counterproductive. Sorry to say.
That's why I play. That's why I play by 60. It's just everything. It's just like, oh, you like tactical squads? Here's an upgrade tactical. You like Terminators? Here's an upgrade Terminators. There you go.
Yeah.
You have perfected war, and it's just like, yes.
Yeah. Here, have all the cool stuff, which is actually just basic stuff, which we've upgraded.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I don't know. Like my historical playing any Marines has always been take your base units, multiply it, and then just throw them in every role, any role. Like, I mean, I have always thrown tacticals even before Heresy. I threw tacticals into close combat in bulk. I didn't care. They were gonna win or they were gonna lose. So now I have better tacticals and then Reavers, which I need a lot more of.
I realised this was probably the worst thing to decide to paint tonight is the Spartan is just waiting on blooming like shades to dry. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, but still also this waiting is gonna do that you can't really paint and build everything because you don't know how they're gonna be redacted or changed upcoming version.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like I know I've talked about this a little bit. Like I'm looking at redoing my Lunavulls, my big legion. Like I have so much. What's gonna happen?
Yep.
Or
For the giggles.
are my rhinos now going to be like just 10 men, or are they going to do something crazy and make it a 12-man rhino that I get, like 12 men that can go with my rhino? So then maybe I don't have to buy a command squad, or I don't have to bring my Spartan, or it's like
You're still going to bring your Spartan, though, let's face it.
one of them, yeah, probably. Who knows? But but it's just like things like that, or like are my Predator squadrons, because they've always been in 3s. Like, are they going up to 5 or 10 or something ridiculous? Like, so it's going to be interesting, because I think even for us, old war dogs, we're gonna find something new.
I mean, 7th. I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see him like maybe refine the squadron rules a little bit. I mean, I'm with Mort. It's like there's no point taking too many because it crosses over. But yeah, I didn't mind the squadron rules.
Oh, I definitely didn't. I ran.
I liked taking squadrons of like 3 Vindicators.
Yeah, but that depends on the rules. We don't know how it's gonna play out. And the same thing. I mean, the biggest change, if they do it, would be if they gave you a command seat in the Rhino, for example, so you could have like 11, so your HQs don't have to have a command squad; they can go with a normal tactical squad.
Yep.
That would diversify how you play immensely.
Yeah, like I might actually run more HQs, because like usually I don't.
Yeah, because obviously there's no razorbacks in 30k. And that's always the thing, is like, I've got to take a whole other Rhino just to fit a captain and a command squad.
Yeah, but if I could throw like, like even little stuff like my apothecaries, like, because when I run mechanized, I tend not to have apothecaries except for one unit. But if all my rhinos go up in like, capacity, well, maybe I'm going to buy more apothecaries. Maybe every squad's going to have an apothecary. We're just like, all right, boys, we're going in,
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think the command seat idea, that's definitely a cool. That'd be quite interesting to see. I don't see it happening, but it'd definitely be interesting to see.
Well, it would, for me, it would, because I've been playing rhinos like my whole Warhammer. It will change like how I play rhinos for the first, like, majorly since since I started, like, back in 3rd edition and whatnot. Like, I mean, I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that I could throw a multi-melt on a rhino. It's just like, what? This thing has a gun? That isn't a bolter? What?
Yeah, I still struggle with that one.
Always put a multi-melt on a Rhino.
Yeah, I haven't yet, but like I think I play tested it once, and I'm like, what is this shenanigan?
What is this sorcery?
Yeah.
What is this sorcery?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I mean, I played a few games where the opponent been really surprised by, especially if you have outflank. You come in, you can't disembark, and you have a tactical squad just drumming up to get out next turn, and you have a multi-melta to flank shot.
Yeah, or a Havoc Launcher even. Has been that I've ran that a few times. That is really fun. It's just like, oh, here's Bolter, or here's the Havoc Launcher going off, and then here's the Bolter Storm before we go in. Like,
yep. But in question of rules, if there were to be one rule change, if you look at what they've done with the AT, they brought back the good old epic, where you take round robins for activating units. that would be amazing.
Yeah, like I don't know if any of you play bolt action, but literally it's just like, for every unit you have, you put a dice in a bag, and you put your opponent's dice in the bag, shuffle it up, and you each draw, like, you spend a turn. So it's very possible if you have more units, you might be able to activate more, and it's just a back. It could go like, oh, you have several units going, or maybe it's.
Yeah.
So there's also that
Or
option.
initiative in battle. Yeah, that's also an option.
Yeah.
Because right now it's the game itself. Is a bit hurting from everyone moves, everyone shoots, everyone. I mean, doing that.
Yeah.
It gives a certain meta. It would change up and give us more to think about if they did.
Yeah.
Which I would like, and I understand that not everyone is on board with those stuff.
Yeah, it'll take away from like some of those like Alpha Strike, like, oh my god, like all my units, all my good units just got wiped out first turn. What do I do?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it could still happen, but maybe it'd be like, oh, I lost one. Oh, I have a chance. Like, let's do my Hail Mary, pray my other unit could still make it. Like that would even force me how I change my list. Like if. Because that's why I usually bulk out a lot of my stuff, like in duplicates of it, because it's not necessarily the best, but it's a consistent. So like 6 predators compared to 2 Sakurans, I got 6 of these things you got to kill, and they're not all the best, but it's bulk,
Yep. And if you look at the play styles, of course, those that don't want randomized stuff in games are gonna feel that it's a downgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But the Heresy community, I think, would be more prone to adjust to it because it doesn't really matter. It's always in the dice. So
yeah, you might even get your infantry up the board if you're facing 8 million quad mortars. Like, might have a chance.
Yeah, might have a chance. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'd mind that. I mean, I primarily like pods armies, but even that could pose like a nice, fun challenge.
Yeah.
Because it does make you, it makes you think about it. It's not just throw pods at the table and that's it. It's you're gonna have to think about it.
Yeah, that would actually be very interesting. Like from a pod, like if it was like bolt action, just like, oh, I had one pod land. Oh, it's like you gotta hope that you get your other pods in,
Yeah.
Even more so. Like, could you imagine like, oh, just weird quirk? It's just like, oh, they had 5 units activated, you had 1 pod land, so it's like you got to think about your deployment. Maybe you're not going to be in their face.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not gonna do normally. You're not gonna take that 1 pod that you managed to activate and land it smack bang in front of them, are you? Yeah. You're gonna play that a little bit more safe and a bit more to the chest because that 1 squad isn't going to be able to dish out as much damage as all 3 of them that would have come down.
Yeah.
Which is. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting, like, way things could be. I don't know, because I haven't. There's not really much stuff I think I'd change, but then again, I haven't played as much as you guys have.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think just like quality of life things, maybe simplifying some of the more complicated sections would be good.
Well, there are tons of rules that, of course, everyone has. If you ask people to do a list of 10 rules that they want to change, you're gonna have 10 people. You're gonna have like 95 lists. So, so that's one thing. But I mean, in general, just get rid of the OP stuff and make it more streamlined. I like the general rules, but the rules in the rules are quite a bit hard for newer players.
Chunky.
Yeah.
So I think that, for example, if you have to have Relentless to move and shoot heavy weapons. Okay. I have a Terminator. So the Terminator armor gives him relentless. That's a rule within the rule. So just get rid of that and give everyone the rules that they need on paper.
Oh yeah. Like here's your page, here's your stuff.
Yeah.
But like with that, but like just your special rules, but not like your weapon rules. Like put that in the back still, because
Yeah, I can live with that.
yeah, because like otherwise the page is gonna get crazy, especially if you think like Predator loadouts, veteran tactical squad loadouts. Like that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it has to be designed so you can read it without like putting on your reading goggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. So, final thoughts then, I guess. To sum up. Final thoughts. Like, good? We're looking forward to this? Yeah?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, I'm going to restart my Luna Wolves based on this edition. So, yeah. I'm ready for the Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very fun years ahead instead of just this redoing same old stuff. It's going to be new, it's going to feel fresh, and it's going to be upsetting in some cases, and it's going to be very good in some cases. I mean, that's the way it is. It's going to be a mixed bag, but still, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing like it becoming more accessible for people. That's a big thing for me. There's a few friends I've got locally that said like they want to do Heresy, and this announcement they've been messaging me and ringing us and like Heresy, talk to me. Like right, okay. I think for me that's the big thing. It's making it more accessible for people.
Yeah, that'll be really nice, especially like I know for me, like it's been getting harder to get people playing Heresy locally in Canada. So like, please, just I'm excited for this idea of all sorts of plastic, so we can so I can get more, so some of my normal friends I can get back and playing with again,
Wait, what? You have normal friends?
Well, the normal people I play with is what I mean, but being able to play Heresy instead of like Age of Sigmar or 40k,
What's this normal you're talking about? There's no such thing as normal.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right. Well, I think that's all we have time for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening in. And we shall be back next month with another episode. Hopefully we have more juicy things to talk about. And we'll also be working on getting the podcast onto Spotify or a website or something in the next couple of weeks as well. So keep your eyes open for that. In the meantime, thank you very much, and keep on hobbying. Bye.
Bye-bye.